This is a continuation of my previous lecture, the second part, okay, of my lecture series. Students, this is the third part of my lecture on Unit 2 of your core compulsory paper 303 British fiction. Students, in the first part and the second part, we discussed short biography and literary career of Henry Fielding, then a short introduction of his masterpiece, uh, Joseph Andrews, okay, and along with that, we also talked about the major characters of the novel. Students, today I'm going to talk about other important characters of this novel. Okay, uh, you know, I'm also referring the storyline with the characters. So, while discussing the characters, I also give you reference of the basic story of this novel. So, okay, now students, let's have a look at the minor characters. Mr. and Mrs. Andrews. Mr. and Mrs. Andrews are the parents of Pamela and Joseph. Okay, but the mystery of this novel is that at the end of the novel, we come to know that Joseph's parents are not Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, but Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Another character is two ruffians. When Joseph and when Joseph was coming back from London to his village, he was attacked by he was he was attacked and robbed by two ruffians. Okay, so two ruffians, these are highwaymen who beat, rob, and strip Joseph on the first night of his journey. So these two ruffians not only rob Joseph, but they beat him and also they take away the clothes of Joseph, and Joseph becomes, uh, naked, almost naked. Okay. Another character is Postilion. Here, Postilion lends Joseph his great coat when Joseph is naked following the attack by the ruffians. So, during the course of this novel, when Joseph is attacked by two ruffians, here he is helped by the passengers who are passing by. Another character is Mr. Towaus. See, Joseph is taken to the inn by the passengers. So there in the in means in the guest house. Uh, so yes, Mr. Towaus. Okay, so he is the master of the inn, that guest house where Joseph stays after being attacked by the ruffians. Mr. Towaus intends to lend Joseph one of his own shirts, but his stingy wife prevents him. The wife of Mr. Towaus is money-minded, frugal. So she prevents him to lend Joseph, one of his shirts. Later, he is discovered in bed with his maidservant Betty. So Betty is maidservant in this guest house, and she has, affair with the owner of this inn, Mr. Towaus. But earlier, remember, as I told you, that Betty also tries to seduce Joseph, but Joseph rejects her proposals. Okay. Then Mrs. Towaus, that is frugal. Frugal means she is a money-minded and a negative wife of Mr. Towaus. She bothers her husband persistently with trivial complaints. She is nagging wife of Mr. Tovaus. Nagging means she is always complaining, with trivial things to her husband. And she is also, money minded. Another character is Betty. Betty, a maid servant in the this rest house, and her initial care of Joseph indicates her basic good nature, but she is also lustful. She is also lustful. Later she is found in the room of her master, Mr. Tovaus. So here, students, Joseph is also played by a surgeon in this rest house, when he is attacked by the ruffians. And Joseph is also visited by Mr. Barnabas. Barnabas is a clergyman. First of all, he hesitates to handle Joseph, but after that, he half-heartedly attends him during his recovery from the attack by the ruffians. So, during this injury, Barnabas gives a, moral preachings to Joseph. The character is bookseller. Now, remember, students, that the friend of Joseph, Mr. Abraham Adams, wants to publish his sermons, and that's why he is going to learn. But accidentally, he meets Joseph, and he remains there. And in this rest house, he encounters bookseller. Here, bookseller is a friend of Mr. Barnabas, and but he declines to represent Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams is the author of several volumes of sermons, and in the London book trade. Okay, so here bookseller doesn't want to publish the sermons of Mr. Abraham Adams. Another character is Tom Sugbripe. He is a constable who fails to guard an imprisoned ruffian and may have taken a bribe from him. See, ruffian was arrested, but after that, constable fails to guard him, and then ruffian ran away from the prison. So here, this constable, Tom, must have taken a bribe from him. Another character is Leonora. She is a reclusive inhabitant of a grand house along the stagecoach route. Here, Mr. Parson Abraham Adams, hears the story of Leonora while going to London. So, in that story, Leonora appears. She is, a shallow woman who once rejected the hardworking Horatio, the wealthy Bellarmine. She is also money minded, and that's why she rejects Horatio, because Horatio is poor, and also she has offered from a proposal from Bellarmine. Okay, and Bellarmine is a wealthy man, so she rejects Horatio, and then she prefers Bellarmine. However, she was in turn rejected by Bellarmine. Unfortunately, she is also rejected by this man, Bellarmine. Another character is Horatio. Horatio is a hard-working, industrious lawyer who intended to marry Leonora, but lost her to the wealthy Bellarmine. And Bellarmine is a Frenchified cavalier who values Leonora's beauty enough to steal her away from Horatio. So here Bellarmine is very much impressed by the beauty of Leonora, and that's why he snatches away um, Leonora from her show. But he finally rejects Leonora when her father refuses to supply a dowry. When parents of Leonora are not able to give dowry to Bellarmine, he rejects Leonora. Another character is Sportsman. This character is, blowing his own trumpet. When this man, Sportsman, meets Mr. Adams while out shooting one night on the road, he is boasting his bravery. He is praising himself about his bravery. He only talks about his bravery, but in reality, he is coward. He runs away from the scene where a woman is being attacked by robbers and calling someone for help. So, when Mr. Adams and Sportman were talking, at the time they suddenly heard a scream of a girl, and she was being attacked by robbers. But this man, sportsman, who was boasting and was talking about his bravery, okay, and he has also a gun. He ran away from the scene. But fortunately, Mr. Adams, though he's a priest, he's a parson, he saved that girl, and that girl turned out to be goodwill. Okay, we'll discuss later. Another character is the justice. In this novel, Henry Fielding, the author, tries to give a real picture during his time, real picture of society, real picture of the people during the early phase of 18th century. So there is corruption everywhere, and this justice, the justice is a careless. He is not a responsible person. Here, the justice, this character, is a local magistrate who does not take his responsibilities very seriously. He handles the case of Mr. Adams and Fanny when Fanny's attacker accuses them of having beaten and robbed him. When Mr. Adams, saved that girl, okay, and that girl turned out to be a Fanny Goodwill. After that, the attacker accused, Mr. Adam and Fanny of having beaten and robbed him. So after that, Mr. Adams and Fanny were arrested and taken to the local magistrate. But here, this magistrate is not responsible, and he doesn't take this case seriously. Another character is Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Now, these are important characters. When I say important characters, because Joseph is real son of Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. So Joseph is the lost son of Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Joseph is not the child of Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, okay, but Joseph's real parents are Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. During the course of the journey of Joseph and Adams, they stays in the house of Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, and during this time, Mr. Wilson tells them a story of his lost son. When his son was infant, he was kidnapped by gypsies. Here, Mr. Wilson is a gentleman who has retired and come to the country. Country means a village, okay. Come to the countryside with his wife and children and lives a life of virtue and simplicity. His eldest baby was stolen by gypsies. See, Here, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson tell the story of this mishap, okay, to Joseph and Mr. Adams. Joseph happens to be the stolen baby of Wilson family. At the end of the novel, we come to know that Joseph Andrews is not Joseph Andrews but Joseph Wilson, and the wife of Mr. Wilson, she once redeemed her husband from debtor's prison. Okay, we come to know about this incident from the story of Mr. Wilson. Another character is Peddler. See, students, here this character is very important because critics believe that Peddler is nothing but the author himself, because he unfolds the mystery of the story at the end of the novel, and during the course of the novel we can have the role of Peddler, okay, in the development of the story. Peddler is a man of sympathy and prudence. He is a simple man, and he has a sympathy over the predicaments of Joseph, okay, and other characters. He pays Mr. Adams in bills. Now remember, students, when Mr. Adams and Joseph were in the rest house of Mr. and Mrs. Stovehouse, at that time Mr. Adams was not able to pay his in bills, and at that time Peddler, without knowing this person, he pays his bills. Another important point about this Peddler is he rescues Mr. Adams' drowning son Deke. Adam doesn't know, but Peddler tells Mr. Adams that once he saved the son of Mr. Adams when he was drowning in the river. And here at the end of the novel, we come to know the real parentages of Joseph as well as Fanny from this character, from Peddler. So he figures out the respective parentages of both Joseph and Fanny, unfolds the suspense at the end. Another character is Mrs. Adams, wife of Mr. Abraham Adams and mother of his 6 children. Parson Tulliver. Okay, Parson Tulliver is an entrepreneurial and greedy clergyman. In this novel, students, we find the real picture of London during 18th century, and author indirectly gives this picture of corruption, okay, corruption in the church, corruption in the courts, okay. And here Parson Tulliver is a clergyman, is a priest, is a man of religious activities, but he is greedy, okay. He uses to lend money to Mr. Adams to pay his in bill, and his wife Mrs. Tulliver is docile, very innocent woman. She is a very innocent woman, and she is downtrodden wife of Parson Tulliver. She is not treated well by her husband, Mr. Tulliver, and Mr. Tulliver is a clergyman. Another character is Hunter of Men, the squire. Here, during the time of Henry Fielding, there were ruffians and also the robbers who rob people because during that time there were not good facilities of transportation, and when the passengers were traveling through the jungle, through the deserted places. At the time, robbers and this kind of person, ruffians and these people, they rob people. They rob them of their money and clothes, etc. This man, the squire, is very strange character, eccentric and rather sadistic, wealthy villager. So here, this man doesn't rob people directly, but this man, steals money from the people indirectly. Okay, so he has a white collar job. He lends money to people, to the poor people, but in return, he takes more money from them. So here, this man, the squire, sets his hunting dogs on Mr. Adams. Here, Mr. Adams and Fanny, during the course of their journey, were saved by the uh, by the by the friends of Hunterman. But later, the squire, squire is impressed by the beauty of Fanny, and he wants to possess her. So uh, the squire allows his friends to play cruel jokes to Mr. Adams. Not only that, but he also attempts to kidnap Fanny. Another character is a captain. Captain is a friend of the squire, and he abducts Fanny. He kidnaps Fanny on the squire's orders, but he is himself taken prisoner by servants of Lady Booby. Later here the servants of Lady Booby save Fanny from the clutches of Captain. And another, friends of Squire, player and poet. These are losers in their profession. Means here player is not a good actor and poet is not a good poet, and that's why they joined the service. They joined the service of Squire. Okay. Uh, they pursue Fanny on the squire's orders but run away when the captain is arrested. Another character is Lawyer Scout. Lawyer Scout tells Mr. Adams that Joseph has worked long enough to gain a settlement in Lady Booby's parish, but then supports Lady Booby's attempt to expel Joseph and Fanny. Students, here when Joseph, Fanny, and Adam reach uh, reach their village, when they arrived, uh, the proper the locality, the village of Lady Booby. At that time, Lady Booby, Lady Booby comes to know that Joseph and Fanny are going to get married. So out of jealousy, Lady Booby, tries to uh, make Joseph and Fanny apart from each other. Uh, so, in her efforts to expel Joseph and Fanny, here Lawyer Scout supports Lady Booby. Another character is Justice Frolic, the local magistrate who cooperates with Lady Booby's attempt to expel Joseph and Fanny from her parish. So students, out of these characters, nature, and their activities, we come to know that corruption was prevailing during the 18th century. Then another minor characters are Beau de Dapper and Pimp. Beau de Dapper is a guest of Lady Booby. He lusts after Fanny, means he tries to possess Fanny, okay, and he makes several unsuccessful attempts on her. Students, here the point made that just as Joseph is trying to, defend himself from the attacks of several women, okay, the sexual harassment from several women, similarly, Fanny Goodwill remains loyal and faithful to Joseph. She is also, during the course of story, she is also proposed by many wealthy men, but she uh, determined, okay, because she loves Joseph very much. Another character is Pimp, is a servant of Beau de Dapper. And now, students, let me clear this word bow, bow de dapper. Here, bow in Gujarati means ishki, okay? Okay. Pimp is a servant of Beau de Dapper, and here Pimp attempts to persuade Fanny to accept his master's advances. Means here Beau de Dapper, asks Pimp to persuade Fanny so that she becomes, her becomes Beau de Dapper's fiance. Here, Pimp is also trying hard to persuade Fanny, okay, to accept Beau de Dapper's proposal. Okay, so in the next lecture, students, I will talk about the storyline and also the plot construction of this novel. Thank you very much.